What's happening, YouTube? We are back in the building once again, bringing you guys another episode of Retro Rewind.
Yes.
If you guys don't know who I am, my name is J3.
I'm rolling Shogun, Ninja Assassin in the building.
Wah! What's up,
Good.
dog?
I'm chilling, man. How we doing?
We good.
Man, Retro Rewind, movie talk. That's what it's all about.
You know, it's a journey, man. Just stepping into this realm of horror, thrillers, you know what I mean? Because for a lot of people that are new to the channel or, you know, don't really know, I stepped away from this area, you know what I mean? And coming back into it, it's funny. You have fun with it, but at the same time, it still has a lot of horror. So we're there. You know what I mean? It's cool though. It's cool. I'm having a lot of fun. Having a lot of fun.
Part of the culture, yeah. You know.
Having a lot of fun, man. And it's like when you watch one, you want to watch the others.
True.
A lot of people don't realize this with a lot of horror movies. They have a lot of sequels.
Oh yeah.
It's like
it was always a brand. Like when that first one was a hit, it's like let's continue. Let's see how far we can go.
Like every year and stuff. Like people don't realize it's like even the movie we're going to talk about today. There's like 2 other movies in different timelines, but revolving around the same characters,
right? And
some with the same actors. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. That was when the producers took over. So the screenwriter came in, did the directing for the other ones. Brian Yuzna came in and continued, did The Bride, and then Beyond. Yeah.
He's on fire already.
Yeah.
Okay, for you guys don't know how Retro Rewind works, we like to talk about the good, the bad. Like to have fun with it, go into the scenes that we loved. There are spoilers in this, so that's your own fault, because most of the movies that all the movies we're going to do are old. So it's nothing new, it's retro.
Yeah.
So sit back and enjoy, have fun with it, because this movie definitely, this is one of them horror comedy type movies, and you have to have a dark and weird sense of humor. So it works for me.
Yeah.
It works for me. I figured it out. I saw it. I said, oh, God. Oh, I'm dark.
Yeah.
Oh, why do I want to see this? I will continuously watch this.
The concept is like really out there.
Yeah.
it's something new that I have not seen. It's crazy. But I love the merging of like the world of science and medical students and trying to further their careers. So I've never seen a horror movie that really tapped into that world of science like that. And doctors trying to figure things out. So that concept alone was already original in its own way.
Right.
I like that.
That's dope. Definitely dope. For those that don't know, we're gonna be talking about Re-Animator.
1985.
This is Joe's suggestion.
Yeah.
I've never seen it until now.
Okay.
And I'm kind of, you know what? I'm gonna take that back.
Okay.
I seen it, but it was like one of those movies that it was just on, and I didn't pay attention to it. Background
noise.
It was background noise.
Got you.
Because I do remember the close to the end scenes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Headless dude. I remember seeing that. It's just that I can't grasp the contents or the movie. I just can't grasp it. I don't. It's like whatever.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I remember seeing it because it came on. They used to show it with the other one, the one with the comic book one. When they had the monster in the Creep Show. Yeah. It would come on around Creep Show, Tales of the Crypt. You know what I'm saying? Those type of movies and stuff. So
anthologies and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are tight too.
Yeah, anthologies. Yeah, it would come on with that stuff. So, and you know, Night of the Living Dead and all that stuff like that. So I remember seeing it, but just not giving 2 cents.
Okay, fair enough, man.
Yeah.
The reason I picked this movie was because H.P. Lovecraft's kind of hot right now with the new HBO series Lovecraft Country, which is also based on some of his older short stories.
Word.
And this is one of the things I thought was kind of interesting because Lovecraft has kind of a bit of a controversy with his historical writings and things like that. His literature was like very far off and bizarre and stuff. He was racist too, but he did these social commentary stories.
Who isn't racist, man?
Yeah.
Golly.
So he was able to bridge that gap and like tell these stories in horror, and that was what was kind of cool because with horror, you can tackle those subjects of social commentary.
Word.
That was a great example of that. And H.P. Lovecraft kind of was ahead of the curve in that time. You know, this short story was in the 20s. So they modernized all his classic shorts.
Nice.
They were either like series or TV shows, and we got Lovecraft, and now we got this, man. So they kind of created a universe off of his old school literature. Like, it was really interesting. And I thought, hey, you know what? Let's do something that's science-based.
Okay.
Check it out. And that's kind of why we're talking about Re-Animator today, man. Directed by Stuart Gordon.
Nice. Rest
in peace to the late Gordon.
Let's get right into it.
Yeah.
Since this, my quote-unquote first time, not my first time watching it, but first time actually paying attention to it.
Okay.
I want to start off with the good.
Okay.
No.
Either way.
I want to start off with the good.
All right.
And the reason I want to start off with the good is because this is a horror comedy, and I understand it. I understand the dynamics of this movie.
If you start with the good, I'll start with the bad then.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right, fine.
And then we vice versa.
Cool.
Word is bond.
Yeah.
So, I'm being 100% fair with this movie.
Okay.
100%. Not being non-biased, none of that. All my film knowledge, when it comes to this movie, throw it out the window.
Okay.
It doesn't exist.
All right.
Because this is not the type of movie.
Right.
You cannot, quote unquote, dive deep into this movie. Because if you do that, it's going to get wrecked even if you don't do it. But I know what type of movie this is. So I'm going to talk about the good. The number one thing about this movie that I freaking loved about it was the corniness.
Okay. The cheese. Yeah.
It was cheesy.
Yeah.
It was cheesy.
Definitely.
You would think this had like a serious low budget, and I'm talking about $20,000 to make.
Yeah.
The way how cheesy it was, the acting, it was just so much stuff in here. And when we talk about the scenes, it was just so much stuff that makes it funny. Like the doctor getting hit upside his head, and the actor actually really wearing a toupee and trying to hold it. So it won't fling off. You know what I mean? The outlandish zombie-fied characters.
Yeah.
The cat. Just
that was hilarious.
Just stuff it's just stupid. But it's fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I like the fact you can't get nightmares watching this. Not any age could watch this, because the other factor I love about it is there's sex in this.
Yeah.
And I love it. You got a nice sex scene, 2 college students getting it in. It's hot. You got the quote unquote zombified, I'm gonna take what I want from you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, and then dad comes in. It's I like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It has its own style to it. And I thought that was really creative. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, we're going to make the most outlandish zombie horror movie ever. And they did it.
Yeah.
And I respect it.
All right.
That's all I like.
All right, cool.
What you don't like, bro?
So I'm going to go ahead and say the bad, as far as like the way this was set up. It seemed like it was set up to be like a sci-fi horror movie, and it starts to be more of like a whodunit, what's going on. It was more of like a mystery adventure. It doesn't really become horror until like the third act.
Got you.
So it was kind of like a misfire and like misinterpretation of what it was going to be, because I'm pretty sure the short story was very much different, but I think they had to bring a comedic humorous style to it to bring an audience in, because how do you sell the idea of a med student reanimating corpses back to life? Nobody would be like, wait, what? Because again, like you said, if you bring logic into it and question, it's over, right?
Yeah.
But these are the kind of things that you do have to explain.
And do you notice that he used the same
comedy comes in?
He used the same Re-Animator juice that they had in TGI and Ninja Turtles.
Right. Crossover. So, it's what it is, but like you said, I also agree. I understand. But it was very weird in the sense, because it throws the tone off, and I can imagine like if you had took the comedy out of it, it would have been a completely different film.
Oh, it would have been
because
dumb.
now you're actually kind of focusing on what they can do to prevent it or how to stop it. You could focus more on the situation more than the over the topness and the absurdity, and I think that's what kind of keeps the movie going.
Yeah. Even
though that's the negative, you know what I mean? So the good kind of backfires into the bad.
Got you.
Because that's what keeps the movie fun and, going. That momentum loses steam when you're trying to figure out why the scientist is here and why did he come to Arkham, Massachusetts, when he was doing this thing already in Switzerland. So it was just like he just showed up for no reason. So there was no clarification to his whole.
Yeah, I totally agree. When I talk about my bad.
Yeah. So there was no clarification to all these things. Like things just start miraculously happening.
Yeah.
And this is all in the first act. Now the good to that is that I like the tone that is set up. I like the whole setup how this guy, Herbert West, he's sort of an anti-hero, and then you got the two college students who are.
Wait, how did you get anti-hero from this guy?
Because he's pretty much plays the role like a comic book villain. He really does.
But how is he a hero though, in a sense?
Well, he's playing God in a sense, but he figured something out that nobody else really knew.
This dude was like, the body's still cold. Let's kill him.
Yeah, but at the same time, this is where the comical comes in.
Maybe he a villain, bro. Anti-hero.
I mean, it's a fine line because he wasn't hurting them. He was trying to.
He killed his cat, bro, and he lied and said he found him outside.
I guess, but yeah, you know what I mean.
I get you, man. I get you. But go ahead, go.
So no, that is funny though. But I think he kind of rides that fine line between good and bad. It's just that he had control and he figured something out that nobody else could understand. Gotcha. But again, the villains always are on that level where like I don't believe I'm doing bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what he was saying.
That is a villainous thing, though.
Yeah. But the comedy is he was the bad guy. So you are right. See how everything contradicts everything?
It was dark, bro.
You see everything contradicts. The good is the bad kind of in this movie. It's got a reverse effect to it.
I got you.
But that's kind of where I'm at, though.
All right. I'm going to talk about my bad.
All right.
And believe it, there's a lot of bad in this movie. But like you said, it contradicts because the bad is good.
Right.
The story in this movie is different. It's unique. But the editing is so bad. It leaves you like, what? Wait, huh? Why? Where'd that go? Wait, okay, that scene, that doesn't make any sense. How did we get here? Just like you said, he was in Switzerland and he just shows up as a student. What? Like, what's the point of that? And then when the student, what's his name?
Abbott.
Is it not
Dan.
When Dan finds out that when Dan sees the reanimation of the cat, right? And he goes to Dean Allen and he's like, yo, this dude is out here tripping. He expels Herbert and tells him, I need an apology letter. Like, wait, where did this come from? He was just mad all of a sudden. I feel like they took a whole scene out.
I think I might have an answer to that. So
go ahead.
I think I'm just going hypothetically. I'm going off of what was seen and what was being said. I think Herbert was in his feelings because he felt like he had passed the stage in the chorus.
Yeah.
And he's like, speed this shit up.
But that's what I'm saying. But there was no part to even acknowledge that because he did the reanimation to the cat and Dan got scared and told the dean. And the dean is like, kicked Herbert out of school. Like, Herbert didn't even show up that day.
I will say, we only had that one scene, was that prologue in the beginning showing that he was already ahead of the curve. Whatever he did, we didn't get the full extent of what happened. Cause it already happened.
This movie's choppy.
Yeah.
It's bad editing.
And that's all I have to go off on. Because I feel like he used that situation in the beginning to his defense and going off on that professor. Because he's like, man, speed this up. Let's talk about phase 2. I know about phase 1. I did that already.
Yeah, but you can't rush the class.
Right. Everybody else was like, they were really trying to figure the shit out. They was happy to be in class.
Lee Percy dropped the ball on editing, bro. The editing in this movie is so bad, it's good.
The editing has a action kind of pacing to it. It was almost a little too fast. Like
these camera shots, terrible.
I didn't mind the camera work.
It was like,
I'm with you on the editing though.
It was like, what? All right, dog. And let's not get on this.
But I'm a fan of that the anamorphic widescreen. A lot of movies in the 80s use that widescreen. Really well. I like them wide shots.
But you gotta
don't get that in a lot of movies.
But it's just it's like
because you kind of getting what the director is intending for you to see. Because sometimes things on the ends are like chopped off.
He's trying to convince me.
No. From a technical standpoint, that's some dope shit. That's some dope shit.
I look at it like this.
I feel you.
I get the movie.
Yeah.
But just viewing, like if you didn't know what you were going to watch, you didn't understand the concept of what is about to go down, this movie is terrible.
And I'm with you on that because this is a good concept movie.
Yeah.
The concept is
It's
cool.
like, Okay.
Beyond that is
what the freak is going on? This is dumb. So you have poor acting. The acting is terrible, hands down. And the Re-Animators, these zombies, are the worst. Like, I'm sorry, man. Intestines popping out. Like, where'd that come from, bro? Like,
it's definitely a cartoon.
It's so out of this world. It's terrible, but it's good because you get the laugh out of it because you understand the punchline. Yeah. That's the beauty of the movie.
That's the whole point.
You understand the punchline, but it's bad. If you don't know what you're about to watch, you're going to be lost.
It's not for everyone.
It's not for everybody. It's that dark humor.
Yeah, it's that fine line.
And that outlandish comedy. Like, you got to be into, like, give me a comedian that's, like, weird. Like,
Andy Kaufman or something.
Yeah,
Buster Keaton. What's slapstick stuff?
Yeah. What's old boy that used to hit the? Is that old boy?
Physical comedy and shit.
Physical comedy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Carrot Top.
Mr. Bean.
Carrot Top, stuff like that. You gotta kind of.
It was actually funny though.
If you could find humor in their type of comedy, you know, Howie Mandel and stuff like that, and they do a lot of that weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then this movie works for you. But if you're more on logical comedy, you like, yo, you know, you the George Carlin type of guy, you know, Chris Rock, you know, Dave and stuff, and you're only strictly on that type of comedy, then this type of movie don't work for you because this is outlandish, weirdo type stuff. So that, I mean, you laugh because it's bad. I'm just saying it's a bad movie, man. But you laugh. The comedy is because it is bad. It's weird. What you got that's good, bro?
I will say I like the whole dynamic back and forth between the med students and the high ego scientists. Because, again, it was pretty fun to see, like, brains versus brains, them trying to figure each other out. And then you got this team over here trying to one-up what he's doing over here. Mm-hmm. And then him showing up and everything. So it was pretty cool. They did try to throw a little drama in there. It was corny, though. You didn't really need it, but I appreciate the effort.
Sleeping with the dean's daughter.
Yeah.
Fuck. Why you gotta be a bitch about it?
You know what I'm saying? You're going to ruin my career? I'm taking you down with me. You knew the cat was dead. He suffocated himself in the garbage bag, and I brought him out. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, because you closed it on the cat, bro.
I know he did it. I know.
Oh, my. Her acting was terrible, bro. She just kept screaming.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to talk about it. She had a hot scene, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, it just... the scenes, very comical. And I like that whole dynamic of things that should have, like, worked out well but didn't. I like that they tried to give a little effort to some drama in here and there. But the selling point was the gross out humor and the gore and the outlandish.
Very gory, very
stuff.
gory.
So it was very, very of the time. Like, this is an 80s movie, so.
That black cop, bro. Security. Oh, my God. All right. So, that's the good and the bad.
Yeah. They work hand in hand. Like, this is the exception to the rule.
It's a hand in hand thing.
Yeah.
It has to be. Let's get into these scenes, man.
All right.
Start right from the beginning, man. This movie starts off with a bang. All you know is you hear screaming in a room, and I'm just trying to figure out how the hell he killed that professor. Like,
I wish we got another at least 10, 15 minutes or something.
All I know is he's screaming. He's like, no. He's like, eyes pop.
Because we don't know. This is the thing. This is what's interesting about this. Because we don't know if he was deliberately trying to kill him or was he actually trying to save him from something. We don't know.
Yeah.
But the cops showed up and made him look like a bad guy. But again, we have no context to what was really happening because the damage was already done, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why I said anti-hero. Because we don't really know. You know what I mean? Especially that first situation, that first opening scene, we don't. We're thrown into something that already happened.
It starts off somewhat slow. Like, you kind of get a gist of who the characters are because Dan is like a goody two-shoes, probably one of the best in the field.
Trying to win everybody over.
And he's dating the dean's daughter and all that stuff like that.
Well, he takes pride in his job, though. You see that he's always trying to help people. That first scene where we're introduced to him where he's trying to bring the person back.
Yeah, he's trying hard.
He cared about life. Mm-hmm. He did.
Was that a real body?
I don't know. Could be a prosthetic or something, you know.
Yeah.
Back in
the day. It wasn't a hospital, so I think it probably was. Like, he was a student. And
so that's legit, you know. Mm-hmm. You got something real in there.
You get right into it. You got a sex scene, like, right in the beginning of it.
Oh, yeah.
He was bashing her out. That stuff happened, like, out of nowhere. I was like, oh God, it was just happening. Like,
Med students, it happens.
Med students, man, getting in.
Yeah.
And then the movie really starts when Herbert shows up officially.
I like his introduction though.
Yeah. He comes in.
That mad scientist, that Dr. Hugo Strange kind of vibe.
Yeah, he was looking like weirdo. Oh, I'll take it. This place is great. I'm like, ew.
Do we have a problem? Came out with the cash and everything. I'm like, yo, it ain't even. It's still working.
I went all this room.
Yeah. He came in, got what he needed, turned into a big old lab.
He got to go. Yeah. I'd have kicked him out of my house right immediately. He's too weird for me. And then he let him in and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Fast forward. Dan and his girl, what was her name?
Megan.
Mm-hmm. She's like,
Megan Halsey.
She's like, I don't like him. There's something wrong with him. We're skipping everything.
She knew right off the bat.
We're skipping it because the movie starts off. It's slow, man, but they don't get good into that cat.
That middle second act. That's when you start experimenting and doing all that. That's when the movie jumps off.
That cat. So she's like, yo, I don't trust this dude. This dude is tripping, man. He's like, nah, he's cool, man. He's a little weird. He's a little off, man. Whatever. Nah. Freak that. Where's your cat at, bro? I ain't seen that cat in a couple hours.
So I was running around when we're here. Yeah.
She went in there. This fool has a cat in the refrigerator. Dead.
Next to the TCRI ooze.
I was like, oh shit. I laughed so hard seeing that cat, right? And then he's like, oh man, my cat. He actually fell for that cat, right?
Yeah.
Ironically, it was a black cat. Crazy. Right. Horror all day. And then he cries or whatever. He's like kind of mad or whatever. And then you hear, this is when the movie starts. Then you hear a fuss in the basement. And this is when the comedy kicks in. It's like, yo.
Sound effects, though.
What the freak is going on? The cat is trying to choke out Herbert, bro. I'm like, oh shit, sock this nigga. The cat is on his back. He's fighting. He's like, help me. And then like, dude's like, oh snap. And he grabs the cat and he throws him to the wall with all his might. He blows up. But what makes it funny is when he gets the cat off, the cat runs at him.
Yeah.
And he knocks him into the wall.
Right. So he should have been dead at that point.
How strong is this cat?
I don't know.
Bro, the cat was like,
logic out the window.
He was like, yeah. He came at him and oh snap. And he's like, oh. And he hits like this wall. It's like, this is some outlandish shit.
Now, I want to, hypothetically speaking, because I know he died, and then when he reanimated him back, is there something different that happens to the body when you go straight to the membrane? Like, is it strength?
There's no way that kitten was able to knock that full-grown man that wall.
I don't think he did.
He flew, bro.
As far as like
enhance his strength.
And then the way it was acting, like this something happened. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out the signs of that because it wasn't really explained. But I'm trying to make sense of it. But you can't.
Don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself.
I know.
You can't.
That's why I'm like the way, because the cat was not like that.
Cat had power.
Yeah. So you see where I'm going now.
Oh my God. The cat,
is that due to what he did with that serum? Like, because he was like almost like demonic in a sense. Like,
like because he was effed up. He was bringing him back to life,
right?
Which makes sense.
He broke his bone.
Yeah, he was already effed up. But the idea is the fact the cat dodged that and they put it in the camera. So the cat's like, yeah. And then he's like, oh,
we got
snap.
questions, guys, too.
And he grabs him, and he launches him at the wall.
Right. And that was KO, right? That was it right there.
He was dead. He died. And then he brought him back.
Right. And that was...
He was like...
broken up. Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit. This...
And I think that was for the
cat had him. He was like, oh, get him off. Yeah. Get him off.
That was to prove his point, to show like, hey, I'm serious about what I can do.
This shit crazy.
So it was dramatic effect. Like, it was pointless, but that had to happen to move the story forward and to get the other two main characters to see like, oh, this guy really is
crazy.
Yeah.
And
so he saw it. He had the proof.
What other scene you like?
I liked when they went back to the lab and it just became like a slideshow, free show when they got to the ER. Everything that he did, like, it kind of backfired towards him. Like, everybody that he hated that was on that team,
bro,
ended up coming back. So it was like a whole like corpse crew, ER corpse crew.
Before we, why would you bring back a bodybuilder that died of a heart attack?
Pointless.
He was wrecking their shit, and I can't get. Look, this is what happens.
It's funny though.
So get me wrong, like it's just stupid. So the dean goes, he's like, I gotta find Dan, blah, 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 blah. Dan and Herbert are downstairs in the basement in the morgue, and Herbert brings back a bodybuilder. The bodybuilder is like, "Argh!"
Ridiculous.
And he literally is like, they're trying to maintain him. This is where the directing and writing is just terrible. So the dean goes, Alan goes to the door, like, right, and then this fool bashes out, knocks the steel door on top of the Alan, and knees it, just to, like, how did you know to do that?
Right.
And then he just manhandles the dean,
right,
like he had a vendetta,
right,
like he bit his fingers off.
Pointless.
I was like, he kills him.
That guy was the way out. Yeah, so you kind of just.
But it was like, he left the other two alone.
Right.
He just went after him.
Right.
It's like he owed him $5 and he remembered.
Mm-hmm.
And he put his fingers in his mouth. Why did he put his fingers in his mouth?
Could this also mean like they remember like who they last interacted with before they died? So it's kind of like some zombie shit, like in a sense.
I get that.
That's kind of interesting. No, I'm asking, like, because that would be kind of cool.
No, it is because that's what happened to the doctor.
Yeah, he went directly. Yeah,
he was so like fresh.
Last memory of who they interacted with.
Yeah, he never lost a lot of his because he gained it back. His brain wasn't dead long.
It was always a conflict between those two anyway. So that does make sense that he would go after him like that.
But he kills the dad.
Yeah, and a lot of this was really because of him. So he kind of backfired everything, and he did it at the place at the medical facility. Fucked everything over.
This is another cheesy shit. So he gets what was it called? The brain chiseler or something, the saw. Yeah. And they switch scenes on some Three Stooges shit. And it's a whole new body. And you pull I'm like, oh my God, this shit looks so cheesy and weak.
Now that scene,
like you got an answer for it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna tell you what I thought was gonna happen. So I thought he was gonna go for his brain. Yeah, I didn't know he was gonna go for the chest. Like, cause the way the shot looked, I thought he was gonna go for the head. But then, like, they oh nope, psych.
They couldn't fake that because they was gonna look like Terminator Part 1 when Arnold Schwarzenegger was looking at himself in the mirror and shit. Nah,
that was more real than this.
He had a whole new body, bro.
But just seeing him actually do that without showing emotion like that.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so he killed a bodybuilder.
I get what you're saying.
It just looked. Yeah. It was just cheesy, man. It was like, what the freak? This looks bad.
The difference between that and that is that one was more real. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
That bigger budget.
Yeah.
Granted,
still independent.
Bigger budget.
Yeah.
But okay, so all that goes down.
Yeah.
Brings back the dad. And he goes straight after Dan. He goes straight after Dan, like, with 3 fingers.
Right.
They apprehend him. They put him in this thing. He's
right back where he started. That worked.
Epic zombie acting on his part. Congratulations, you get one of those. Great zombie.
For real.
Great zombie.
Yeah.
There was a scene in this though I noticed, and I couldn't not forget it because it was just funny. So you know how he lost 3 fingers, right? Mm-hmm. There's a scene when he's like on the ground. He has all his fingers back.
Bad at it.
I was like, what? I thought he lost them fingers. And then he put the bandage on the wrong hand. I think they did it on purpose. I think they did it on purpose. Because I was like, yo, that's just too much of an F up right there, bro. It's funny, though.
That's got to be self-aware.
It's like, wait, I thought your fingers were gone. He just had a bandage around it.
Right.
Fingers still there.
Wow, I didn't even catch that.
We haven't hit the cream of the crop of the most funniest,
that's dope that you just saw
weirdest shit ever. So, the doctor, he finds out about Herbert's Re-Animator serum.
Yeah.
Whatever. And Herbert, is what was Herbert doing? He was down in the basement. And the doctor, because the scientist had lobotomized the dad.
Yeah.
To control him.
Right.
Now I'm trying to figure that shit out right now.
Yeah.
So did he have mind control over that fool?
I think so.
Because he hypnotized Herbert for a minute.
Yes.
He tried to hypnotize old girl too.
Because he was trying to get answers to what he was doing.
Exactly.
They had different procedures going on, and he wanted the credit.
Yeah.
So he's like, I've already gotten to past stage 1. I'm gonna enhance and expand on it.
He tried to rape her with hypnotizing her.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
This movie has it all. So
exploitation to its finest.
Because he hypnotized Herbert.
Yeah.
And then Herbert hit this fool beside his head with a shovel.
Mm-hmm.
And
so there was levels to whatever that chemical was or whatever that reanimated I guess stuff.
But before he took it though, he hypnotized him.
Yeah.
He looked dead in his eyes like some homo shit, right?
Yeah.
And then then while he's reading the notes, he's like, yes. So he goes back and Herbert hits him beside the head with a shovel. Bow! And this is what my girl called. It was funny. So the doctor holds his wig, his toupee, because he has a toupee on, because he knows if he lands on the ground, this is bad acting, bro. So he holds the toupee down to keep it so he won't see his skull, because he's bald in real life.
It's so bad it's good.
And Herbert just kills him. I don't even know why. That's what makes him evil, bro. He killed that doctor for no reason. He just killed him. Chopped his head off.
I give you that. I got nothing.
And then brought him back to life.
Okay. Again, like.
And then.
See, if I try to, then it doesn't.
He controlled his own body.
Don't analyze it right. Oh.
The body comes like Herman from the Monsters.
Yeah.
And just bashes his head. And then he
Gets
wakes
a
up.
Table for him.
All his notes, his reanimator gone.
Yeah.
And his fool's head and body. Now, who let this guy walk down the street looking like that?
We don't know.
And then he put that fake head on.
Or did he even he have him like a duffel bag or something? You know, he did all kind of weird stuff. Like nobody really caught on. No one. You saw how he snuck into the morgue.
That's what I'm saying. He used the damn.
Had the socks on. Put your shoes on.
Oh my God, this movie's crazy, bro.
So you know it's
funny.
Yeah.
But it's just bad, bro, because it's like.
Like you said in the beginning of the video, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Don't do it. Don't. Just take these scenes for what they are. Stupid. Yeah. So
there it is.
This fool master plan was to create more reanimators. So he goes to the morgue and starts basically waiting for a time to shine. So he reanimates all these dead people.
Bringing everybody back that wrong time, basically.
He kidnaps. He controls the ding to get his daughter. So he's busting through walls and shit. Takes his daughter, strips her naked, which was hot. And then he confesses his love to her in head form.
Disturbing. Okay.
I've always admired you. And he licks her face and he licks her titty.
Yeah. That was weird.
And she's like, no, stop it, don't do it. But she's pulling his head. She's pushing the head further down her coochie.
Which one is it?
I don't know. And her legs are open. Yeah. No one's forcing her, bruh.
1980.
This is not a rape situation. No one forced her, bruh. She's like, no, stop it. He was like, nah. Blood all on his tongue. Now, this zombie's been bleeding a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to understand. If I pour blood in a bowl with a head, does that save my brain? Because he was drinking blood from his neck that was severed.
I'm going to just go ahead and say for safety, yes. I'm going to just go ahead and say because
it's dumb, bro.
Any other way, no.
You have nothing, bro. This is crazy because I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm laughing when I'm watching it. She's like, no, stop it. He's like, he's like, something he said, doctor, is that the way you're supposed to act or some shit? And he's like, huh? But this is, I laugh so fucking hard because the idea is his body. I don't know why he just didn't put his head back on his body.
He wasn't in control.
Anyway, so his head, right? His body is controlling holding his head while he's licking her down, right? So he's between her knees, thigh, and coochie. He's like, doctor. And he's like, huh? So his hand turns his head, huh? And he pulls it back. Bruh, I laughed so fucking hard. That shit was hilarious. He was like, huh? I was like, oh, shit. And then he just does
he just had a conscience all of a sudden.
Like, what?
5 minutes ago.
It wasn't me.
He was in there.
Oh, I didn't do it. No, it wasn't me. It was like this motherfucking doctor said, I can't perform sexual acts on you as far as with my genitals, but I'm going to work this tongue. That's funny to me.
Yeah.
That's dark too. And then he does this Michael Jackson Thriller thing where he's like, now rise. And all these zombies just come out of nowhere. Super strong.
That was another thing that kind of made me curious because even just like normal average show people, like where all the super strength come from? I understand to a degree like animated corpses, but still like
one nigga was burnt, bro.
Like you're dead to an extent, so there's no cartilage, there's no thing. So how are you even interacting like that? Because again, but again, stupid, bro. That's the absurdity.
And the black guy, you gotta throw a black zombie in. He was wilding. He looked like a Zulu warrior running around and shit, man.
He was a good extra though.
And like the zombies got Herbert, and he was like, "I'm gonna overdose the doctor's body," and he puts. Oh my god!
There's a will. There's a way.
It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. So this is what happens. So he overdoses the body.
Logic.
And then this nigga has extremely long intestine. And it wraps around him like a tentacle. And he's fighting for his life.
This is Looney Tunes thing.
And he dies.
Yeah.
And,
or so we think.
And Dan gets away and he's like, take my work. Dan takes the bag. All the zombies die because the doctor dies and he loses control and they die or something, which makes no sense.
So he was in control.
Yeah, and then he takes Maggie.
That's
Maggie
one.
or what's her name? Marge?
Oh, Megan.
Megan, my bad. One of them.
No, we good. Close.
Maggie, Marge, The Simpsons. So then Dan and her go to the elevator. She gets choked out by a half-burnt nigga. She dies.
Wasn't expecting that.
Now, this is what's funny. Dan gets the reanimation. Mm-hmm. Right? And I said, oh my God, this is crazy. This is bad acting and bad editing. He takes the reanimator serum and he sucks it into the syringe, right? Mm-hmm. But he gets about this much. I was like, that's kind of the same amount he had for the damn cat. Right?
Yeah.
Next scene, full. So what the freak? Terrible editing, bruh.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the end of the movie.
Yep.
Shit,
that was their way of going, oh yeah, continue.
Oh my gosh, I had fun. I laughed.
It does kind of ask the question though, because like everyone thinks about like if you lost someone, would you, if you had the power to bring them back, would you, or let it be? It's
just the idea that he had like that much, and then the next scene it was like that much.
I'm with you. Yeah,
it was like in between. When did we get? It was,
how much is enough? Like,
but no, it was just bad editing.
Yeah, that too.
Like,
there's a lot of that.
It's a very absurd movie. It's wild. It's crazy. And I understand why people watch it. I get it. I had fun watching it. Because it's stupid. It's dumb, bro. It's a dumb movie. It's just like,
Yeah, it's not no Hitchcock or anything like that. It's popular.
But it has the potential from the idea of it. The idea is very concrete. But the presentation is very out of this world.
I really do believe that the movie is different from the Lovecraft short story in that sense, though. They had to find a way to modernize that for an audience or to pitch that to a studio. Because I can't imagine pitching something like this to a studio today. See, movies like this don't get made now.
They don't. And
I appreciate that art. Because this is pure exploitation.
No.
It's cheesy. It was fun and all that stuff, but again, like it was bold.
I can't believe she was forcing the rape.
Yeah.
No, stop it! Doctor, huh? His head. Oh shit,
man, crazy. That crazy fun fact though, they had there was a series called Bravo's Scariest like weird movie moments. This was on that list. That scene that you're talking about made that list.
It was funny.
Yeah.
He was like, I've always admired you. And he was going, stop it. Licked the whole titty with blood.
Yep.
Then he was like, I'm going to lick this clitoris right here.
Yep.
And I'm going to make her love my headless self. I've never seen someone literally give head. It's the craziest shit in the world, man. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
They was ahead of the curve in 1985.
He literally gave her head.
Science head. Yep.
That was literally head. Like, I'm going to give you my head.
That's a game changer.
Shit's crazy.
I was ahead of the curve.
Oh, my gosh. All right, man. What do you give Re-Animator, bro? I really want to know.
No biasness. C+.
Oh my God, you're biased.
Yeah.
This movie gets a fat ass F, bro. This is a fucking funny.
That's me being
weak
nice.
Anus movie, bro.
See,
F, bro.
I like the idea.
F means a lot. Failure, funny, has a lot.
Yeah.
But it's an F movie, man. I'm sorry, I can't even. That acting was. No,
I get you though.
Stop it. Big ass F.
I like all that though. You
No.
know,
Granted, I enjoyed it.
I get it.
But I'm gonna rate this movie.
I understand. I completely understand.
I can't give it no C. No, man. If it had more substance,
yeah, of course.
if the editing wasn't bad, and it actually filled in the voids of the void of how they kept skipping scenes, like it felt like I was just skipping shots to get to the good parts, because it was like stuff didn't make sense. It was like, okay, whatever, but I understand the movie. I get it, but
I'll say this.
You know,
I'll say this. So
Lee Percy effed up.
I like the idea that I got imagery and like scenes and kills and stuff.
I love the nudity
that I've never seen before in a movie like this. I've never seen anything on this level of like sci-fi.
Why women don't do that no more in movies?
I don't know.
They don't get naked no more. Even the dudes, like, no homo, but like they should like at least show their booty or something. Like, we don't get that in a lot of horror movies no more. Everybody
it's only in
up.
slashers. It's only in slashers.
Yeah.
That's where all the explicitness and craziness, the wild drinking, drugs, and sex happens. It's slasher movies because it's teenage audiences, college setting, things like that. Everything else is kind of more
but
modernized.
It's like, I feel like that's gonna be that's
slashers. Slashers are the main ones that do it.
But I think it's gonna go away now because we're in this new wave of people where now the actors are gonna be like, I felt embarrassed with my body, but I got you from a strip club. That was for college. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it feels.
I know you're not a fan of him, but Rob Zombie did his movie, and there was a lot of that. Like he kept that. He pissed a lot of people off. Like he kept a lot of that old school gritty, dirty grindhouse like style storytelling, and it was like people came out of the theater in his screening saying like they just wanted to go home and shower, like they felt like filth. You know what I mean? He kept that realness that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like where it was nudity and everything, but he added like an edge, disturbing feel to like, oh fuck, all right, hey, next scene, let's go.
Yeah, I like nudity.
You know,
I'm be honest.
We like bad guys in movies, right? Like he showed evil people.
Yeah.
And doing like crazy acts, and there was nudity, like he didn't hold back. So I get what you're saying. You want that authenticity.
Yeah. Because I
grit.
Well, I'm be honest with you. There's nothing hotter than a scary nude white girl. I'm just sorry. Naked. Oh,
horror 101, baby.
You feel me? Like that shit's hot, bro. I'm like, this movie about to kill her.
There's an answer for everything.
Run, naked bitch.
Run. There's an answer for everything. But slashers.
That shit's hot.
You want to see naked white girls and just naked women? Slashers, baby. Slashers.
They be naked, bro. Oh, perky titties and shit.
At camp, out there, at the fire, telling stories.
Come on, baby. We're gonna get caught. Yeah. No, baby. You know it's gonna be all good.
I forgot my towel in the cabin. Come on in here.
Come on, baby. I guess.
Yeah. Damn. As soon as they go off.
As soon as they done.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. Nigga come kill him and shit. Bro, it's just hot, bro. I love it.
And it's good setup because you know what's going to happen. Yeah. But it's the payoff and how it gets there. That's the art of it.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh. Stop. Something's watching us.
Right. There's nothing out there. It's just raining, splatter.
Just coyotes.
Yeah.
What? She died.
He got to be all macho. He's the first one to go because the girls are smart.
You feel me?
The guys, they
Hello?
ego. Yeah.
Hello? Naked.
This is bullshit. I'll solve the problem. I'll be right back, sweetheart. Hold on.
She come outside, dead.
Yeah.
She turn around, he's right there. I love it.
I'll hold the fort down. She goes looking for him. He's dead. Oh my God, I told Bobby not to go.
That fool tried to literally give her head.
Hilarious.
All right. That's Retro Rewind, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, man.
Yeah.
If you guys seen Re-Animator, I would love to know what you guys thought about in the comments down below. And don't be biased. Be honest, man. It's bad, but it is fun. It is fun. It's one of what they call a cult classic.
Cult classic, ahead of time.
Ahead of his time in so many ways.
They were trying new things.
Rest
in peace to the late Stuart Gordon, man.
Mm-hmm.
He left some fun work behind, man.
Yeah, and great poster artwork on this guy.
Yeah.
I like it. It has a nice eerie but 80s vibe to it. So
very cool. I will say though, man, like Herbert West, underrated cult villain like in the horror genre. Like no one really talks about it, and I think it's pretty dope that we was able to talk about this on the channel, man. Like this type, nobody really talks about Re-Animator.
Yeah,
but it's part of the culture, man.
Deep into the culture, man. And shout out for the suggestion.
Yeah,
I had a lot of laughs of dumbness, but I understand it. It's crazy. It's like
take it for
Human
what it
Centipede.
Is. Yeah.
Oh, forgiveness, please. Oh, inner mouth. That shit was disgusting, bro. Hope you guys enjoy. If you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, thumbs this video up, and do not forget to share Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm J3.
I'm Rolling Shogun, Ninja Assassin.
We out.